Hi everybody, this is the Investing Teacher, high school science teacher, teaching others how to invest. In this video I want to go over two possible strategies for the poor man's covered call. One is where you're going to sell a monthly covered call and try to get as much premium as you can without getting a sign. And another one is to sell a covered call that's a little further out than a month. They'll pay for the extrinsic value of the LEAPS that you bought. And this is an interesting idea that I found from another subscriber to the channel, so thank you for that. And we're going to look also at extrinsic and intrinsic value, how to calculate that, and then ways to pay for that extrinsic value of the LEAPS. As always, like, subscribe, share, and all that good stuff helps out the channel. And let's just get right to it. So buying LEAPS and then selling covered call on these LEAPS is a pretty affordable way to get into selling premium for making income. And you could do regular income, weeklies, even monthlies, or you could go further out and have it less hands-on compared to some of these other option strategies where you're having to manage positions week after week. So I found a pretty hands-off approach here that you could pay for the additional costs of your LEAP from the extrinsic value by selling a pretty far out in time covered call. That will actually pay for that extrinsic value and then some sometimes. And then essentially everything you make from that could be benefit from the stock price. So let's look at an example of extrinsic versus intrinsic value. I'm looking at SoFi as a possibility because SoFi did go down in price a bit. I think it's pretty good valuation right now in the 15s. And for a long-term play, it could make sense to buy LEAPS around January 2023 possibly. So you get almost a year and a half for the price to go up and lower price. The actual extrinsic value is not unreasonable. It's pretty affordable to pay for it. Instead of paying $1,500 for 100 shares of stock, you could get into this position for about $600. And it'll actually be a little less than that when you sell covered calls on it. So let's look at what the numbers look like and then two possibilities on how to sell the covered calls in this position. Okay, so the main purpose of this video is how do you pay for the extrinsic value of those LEAPS calls? So first, let's go over what intrinsic and extrinsic value is. Extrinsic value is the difference between the market price of an option, known as its premium, and its intrinsic price, which is the difference between the option's strike price and the underlying's asset price. So let's look at some examples of extrinsic value. A stock is at, say, $20 a share, and you're considering buying a LEAPS where you're buying a 15 strike call, and let's say it costs 6.3. Now it wouldn't be less than that because you're obviously buying the call. It's not going to be less than 5 because then there will be no extrinsic value. First, find the intrinsic values, how much the option's actually worth. If the stock's at 20 and you're buying a $15 call, you do have $5 of intrinsic value. It does have an actual value to it because we're looking at an in-the-money call. However, it does cost more than the $5 to buy this call. It costs 6.3. So if you take your 6.3, subtract it from the 5 of intrinsic value, you get an extrinsic value of 1.3. So essentially it's costing you $130 of time value for that option to get to at least a $20 stock price. You want to be able to get higher than that, obviously, because you're paying for that call. And whatever the date was on this option, it's going to depend on the extrinsic value. Obviously, if you're buying a call only a few months out, the extrinsic value will be pretty low. If you're buying LEAPS that are years out, the extrinsic will be more because obviously you have more time for that option to get to a very high strike price. Here's some of the benefits to buying long call options and why to do LEAPS. Essentially, that extrinsic value is not necessarily that expensive. So a few months ago, you could have bought a call option for DBX for January 21. The stock with a 25 strike price was 6.75, and the stock price at the time was 30.6. So 25 plus 6.75, we're looking at 31.75 instead of a stock price of 30.6. So about 1.15 in extrinsic value there. If you wanted to, you could just do a regular covered call, buy 100 shares at 30.6, and that uses 3,060 in buying power. However, you could actually just buy the call, spend $675, and then you can sell covered calls with the same strategies. So it's 25 plus your 675 is 31.35. That's almost the stock we need to be at January 21st to break even on the call. Obviously, you want to be higher than that. The 31.75 minus 30.60 stock price is a 1.15 difference. So that's your extrinsic value here between buying a call versus buying the 100 shares. So it does cost a little bit of cost of doing business here for doing these poor man covered calls, but you use much less buying power to enter your trade. Instead of 3,060, you can just do it with $675. Now the big issue is we got to pay for that extrinsic value, that extra cost for buying the option. So the positives to using these leaps, again, it uses less money. It can mimic owning 100 shares of stock. You could still sell covered calls and any brokerage from this. And you can also get out of your position possibly with quick gains. You're not going to necessarily wait years and years because you're buying a leap that has a certain time value and time expiration date. So here are two possible ways to pay for extrinsic value. First option is the most common one you'll see other people recommend, and there's nothing necessarily wrong with it. One is you could sell a monthly covered call, usually around 0.2 delta, because you don't want to get loss on this call, and then you want to keep the option running. If you're close to assignment, you can roll up and out if needed. So the example I want to look at, and these are actual values, which I might get into this position. SoFi right now is at $15.09, dropped quite a bit from its highs a few months ago. Right now, you can buy a January 2023 LEAPS at $10 strike price for $6.90. Your intrinsic value from 1509 to 10 would be $5.09. That's how much it's actually worth. Your extrinsic value is 181. So we're going to have to find a way to pay for that 181's in time value, because if the stock price doesn't move at all, if it stays at 1509 the whole time, then you're going to be down this $181 if you do nothing with it. So let's say we sell a monthly call option on it. 17.5 call for October 15th will pay $25. This lowers your extrinsic amount $25 over the $181 that costs for the option and extrinsic value for your leap. You're already cutting it down 14%, and it's a little less than a month time. So you can see after, given implied volatility and stock price, you could probably pay off that extrinsic value in about 6-7 months, and then you just continue to sell covered calls on this option into the future for maybe about a year or so. And then if the stock price stays slightly up and doesn't move much in implied volatility, you could do very well in your returns on it. But here's a second option that I just considered. Instead of selling a covered call a month out, let's say we sell a covered call about 6 months out, and you want to make it a pretty similar cost as the extrinsic cost of your leaps. So the same numbers as before. If we decide to sell a covered call out to, the nearest one I could find was April 14th of 2022, you could sell that same strike price, 17.5, and you could earn $221 in premium. You're actually earning more money in your premium than the cost of your extrinsic value. Now, let's say that the stock does go to 17.5. If those leaps get called, the leap should go up in value as well, because right now it's at 1509 and then the stock price went up to 17.5. So you would be able to keep your $221. You made a difference from the extrinsic value cost from starting the leap here, and the actual options should be worth quite a bit because the stock price went up $2.50 about, and it still has quite a bit of time value, which means when you sell the leaps, you'll still have some extrinsic value as well, which you'll be able to keep since you're selling and getting out of the position. So some of the pros and cons of both strategies. With monthly covered calls, there is more to manage. You have to do this once a month. You might roll and buy the close early and whatnot. You will pay more in commissions. Commissions could add up if you do this very regularly. Most option places charge you 65 cents per position for option that you do. Stocks could go up fast, and rolling could be a debit. Sometimes when you're, let's say it's 17.5 strike and it goes up to 20 and you want to stay in the position, you might have to pay a debit on that to keep the leaps and poor man cover call going. With the longer dated cover calls, there is less overall premium than monthlies. Because of that time decay, 30 45 DTE is where the time decay really ramps up. If you sell it once out until April, you will make less money than if you sold them every month. The stock could go up fast, and you might need to wait on the position all the way out to, say, April in the last example, if you want to just get out of position there. There's other strategies you could do here. Probably would be worth to get out of the position if it goes up to 17.5, and you still have a pretty decent profit if it happens pretty quickly. So again, in summary, look for that extrinsic value, figure out the difference of your poor man covered call strike price to the current share price. You want to subtract those, and then find the difference of that to the additional cost of buying your LEAPS, that is your extrinsic value, and then look for possibilities to pay down that extrinsic value. Again, you could either sell the monthly covered calls or look out 4 or 5 months, even 6 months or so, and look at possibly selling a covered call there. And then a lot of times that premium will cover the cost of that extrinsic value. When doing this, you want to make sure that you're managing your positions, watching the share price closely, because if the stock runs up way past your covered call strike price, you could actually end up losing some money over time. Although if you set up your poor man's covered calls where you're buying LEAPS with around a delta 0.8 or so, and then you're selling covered calls around 0.2 or so, that's pretty unlikely that's going to happen. So again, I'm the investing teacher, high school science teacher, teaching others how to invest. If you have any questions on this video, please leave a comment down below. I'll read and respond to all comments. Be good out there, make money, and see you guys next time.